Alright, a few episodes back, you saw us stay west of the twin span using a shrimp creole, half-ounce bullseye, fishing redfish. On this episode, we're going east of the twin span. Gonna head to saltier grounds, gonna fish deeper water. We really need the half-ounce bullseye to get us down. It helps us out a lot. Again, we're with the shrimp creole matrix. We're gonna be targeting speckled trout on the L&N Bridge in the Wrigley's in a hard current. Really cool episode. It goes over a lot of great techniques on how to fish deep passes in the summertime. And these items, again, are going to be in this month's monthly subscription box at matrixshad.com. Make sure you subscribe to this. As you see, in the last few episodes, it's catching redfish, and now it's catching speckled trout. Enjoy this video catching trout underneath the L&N Bridge in the Wrigley's. Oh, just made it in the boat. Let me talk to you about this real quick. Alright, so we just pulled up, saw that the L&N Bridge was pretty mellow, which is very rare. Decided to tie on some heavy GoldenEye jig heads, put it on our shrimp creole, try to give like a shrimp style imitation, get it down deep. We're gonna try to get some fish in the boat by getting it down deep, deep, deep into this deep water right here. It's a good start. What we're doing right now is fishing really big jig heads. This is our biggest that we make in the GoldenEye series, the half-ounce. This is actually the bullseye on a shrimp creole, half-ounce. We're fishing in like 25 foot of water. Ooh. 25 foot. What a big current. Getting it down in these summertime heat. This is where these fish like to hang out, is in these big passes of the Wrigley's. Here's a little tip right here. Anytime you're going to try to fish deep water, we do this all over. We do this a lot in Florida, as Brandon's got one right on. Little trout missing, came off. You want to throw, you got to be able to make long casts into the current. That way it gives it enough time to get to the bottom where the strike zone's at. You cannot fish against the current when it's this much velocity and this deep. So watch this cast. I'm gonna throw way far into the current. It's gonna take about 15 seconds to get to the bottom, and then it's a nice slow retrieve back with the tide. all this food they're spitting up, guys. A little glass minnow or something there. Another nice trout. We'll take it, summertime. All right, as you can notice, we're casting over and over and over in the same spot. And if you watch a lot of our DockSide TV episodes, you'll notice that we typically cover a lot of water, cover a lot of ground to catch our fish. Now, when you're fishing deep passes and current like this, the fish are gonna consolidate, they're gonna school up, and once you find that bite, you just gotta milk that same cast over and over and over. And it's also all about angles. When you're fishing 20, 30 foot of water with deep, swift currents and heavy jig heads, you gotta find that perfect angle of your cast and presentation to get repetitive bites. Fish on, fish on. Yeah, so if you come into a zone like this with using a 1/4 ounce jig head or something, you can forget it. You gotta bump it up to a half. You can even go to a 3/4 of an ounce. You can even Carolina rig. Little rascal right here. This bridge used to be notorious for really big trout. You see, I catch a lot of 4, 5, 6, 7 pounders here. But just our estuary the last several years has been more of a 10-inch to 16-inch average. And as we get into the winter, you'll have an opportunity to get those 5 and 6 pounders again. But summertime, we just don't see them big fish like we used to. You know, whether it's the high Pearl, the high Mississippi, closure to Mr. Go, openings to spillways. We just have a lot of different things working against us. But nevertheless, there's definitely some trout to be had in the summer. We typically are fishing redfish or bass this time of year, but this is one of the better trout spots in our estuary. And when we saw nobody here, we figured, what the heck, give it a try. And we're scratching a nice little catch together here. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of DockSide TV. Catching some nice trout on what we call the CXX bridge or the L&N train bridge. Using 1/2 ounce jig heads, our Golden Eye and Bullseye series on a Shrimp Creole matrix shad. If you want some of these items in your arsenal, make sure to subscribe to our monthly bait box at matrixshad.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoyed this episode on some tips and techniques on fishing deep water with hard currents. Until next time,